Is your skin as glowing and healthy as it can be? I'm going to show you the 5 best edible oils to put on your skin for the Cleopatra glow. Most people don't use edible oils on their skin to clean and moisturize, so I'll show you what they are and how to use them. Also, I guarantee it'll blow your mind what the ancient Egyptians did for skin that we will never do. It's disgusting, but it was so haute couture then. I've been using edible oils on my skin for over 20 years, and people of every age stop me to ask me how and why my skin's so healthy and glowing. So let's start. 20 years ago, I happened upon Cleopatra's luminous skin and massage routines with olive oil, and I thought to myself, if it's good enough for Cleo, it's good enough for me. So I started using olive oil on my face that very night. What I did was I used it like soap or any other cleanser to wash my face, and then I rinsed it off with warm water and I patted it dry, and it felt amazing. I couldn't believe it. My skin was so soft and supple, and all of a sudden I had a cleanser, toner, moisturizer in one that I could eat. That's awesome. I also immediately started replacing all my moisturizers with olive oil. Here are 7 additional reasons why. It's super healthy for your skin and its cells. It's clean. There's no chemicals, toxins, or smell. It's simple, and I love simple. It's inexpensive, especially compared to high-quality cleansers, toners, and moisturizers that you might use in just one routine. It's fast, and in and out is my favorite. I can get at my grocery store, and better yet, I now get them on Amazon. Like I said, I've been using edible oils forever, and my skin loves it, and people do stop me and ask how and why I get my skin to glow like it does. And I don't use foundation, so it's rather out in the open. But actually, there's a better way, and I promise to address it at the very end. Believe it or not, olive oil wasn't good enough. So sorry, Cleopatra. It seemed to rest on my skin and sometimes come off on blouses, so my silks or satins would have some staining. By the way, tips on how to avoid this are later on. Anyway, I needed something that would absorb into my skin much more. Grapeseed oil seemed to absorb better into my skin. To be honest, I dropped grapeseed oil because throughout the years, I moved on to these better ones. Coconut oil, which was okay. It was better than the olive and grapeseed oils. Avocado oil, I really like that one. And apricot kernel oil, and yes, it's edible. I like the taste of it. It's a bit nutty with some walnut flavor in there. But like everything, let's do due diligence and confirm that if we're going to eat it, it is food grade. Honestly, I prefer food grade because it seems more pure. There's one more super bonus oil, and I'll reveal that one at the end. Which one of these 5 edible oils is my favorite? For me, there's no competition. The best overall for incredibly supple skin, and it absorbs ridiculously well, and I use it every day on my face, eyes, and neck, and areas that need moisturizing, is apricot kernel oil. It's just amazing. It's light, and it's as if it dances on my skin, and I can't get over it how good it is. For your reference, I'll have every edible oil I've used in the links in the description below. As mentioned, I use it daily for my eyes, face, elbows, knees, toes, and pumice heels. As a disclaimer, I'm not in any way a cosmetician, skin professional, doctor, or anything like that. So this video is only about my personal healthy glowing experience, and I love sharing the gems from it. I'm open to better ones, and I also encourage everyone to investigate for themselves if anything in this video is going to work for them. But now, what do you do if the edible oils just don't cut it? Or if you're in an arid climate and you need more moisturizing power? Well, here's how to double glow your glow and moisturizing results. What happened is, I moved to a desert-like climate and the edible oil just wasn't enough. So to super speed hydrate my skin, I use Attitude Body Lotion. So that's my absolute go-to for face, hand, and body moisturizing. I love it. Again, I like keeping it simple. So I have my Attitude hand wash, Attitude body lotion for head to toe application when needed on top of my apricot kernel oil. And this healthy simplicity is the best. Attitude products are also environmental wellness group that's EWG verified or low on their score. And that's impressive. What does that mean? Well, please check it out. It's in the description below. I live for websites like that. I mentioned how to avoid oils seeping into your silks or satin blouses. I noticed it hasn't happened with the apricot kernel oil, and at rare times, just to be sure, I'll use just the Attitude body lotion if I know I'm immediately putting on a top that I really care about. But what about breakouts? Well, I don't have acne, so I can't comment on that. But in my light research, and I underscore light research, I've seen that if you have a skin condition, for example, acne or rosacea, definitely consult with a skin professional, doctor, what have you. I've added some of those links that I found insightful. They're in the bottom, and that will help you on your journey to seeing if edible oils to clean, tone, and moisturize your skin that could be prone to certain conditions are good for you. I never get a zit from these oils. And it seems like it didn't give Cleopatra or ancient Egyptians problems either. But doesn't oil on your skin make it look oily? Well, I've got a product for you, and I'll explain that in a minute. On that recent trip to Europe, I was going to go where it was sunny, so I needed good sunscreen. The problem was that, in my experience, it can be ooey and gooey, and it's difficult to get through security checks with a lot of liquid things. So my friend suggested the Joseon Matte Sunstick with mugwort and camellia, which in my view is just amazing. And here are 8 reasons why. It's SPF 50 if you apply it well. It's a solid stick, so it's much less likely to cause troubles in security checks. And it just means too that there's no spilling in your purse in the hot sun, for example. It's super light, compact, and cute, and it's kind of elegant. I like that. It doesn't smell. There's no white stuff on your skin after you apply it. That's a big one. And you know what? It goes on so slickly and so smoothly that I'm a bit addicted. It's just a joy to put on. So you've got to try it to believe it. It's actually an additional moisturizer. And most importantly for this video, it's a matte. So it covers any residue of shine that the apricot kernel oil leaves. And that is amazing. So with the Joseon Sunstick, we've got a triple whammy of skin moisturizing, wrinkle protection, and sunburn protection. I think Cleo would have been into that. Anyway, I've got the link in the description as well. Now remember I told you I'd cover something that blow your mind about what the ancient Egyptians did for skin that we would never do. It's so disgusting. But actually it was haute couture then. Well, here it is. This is hard to say. They used human poo for their skin to glow it and cure sores. So I know they wanted to harness nature, so congrats on the honey and olive oil, but no, definitely not to that. The historical information is in the link below if that's something you want to check out. Personally, I can't stomach that. All right, let's get off that topic and address one I mentioned earlier, that super bonus oil number 6 on our list. I'm pretty sure I'll be sticking to the apricot kernel oil unless you tell me a better one, tried and true, in the comments below. But a great shout out goes to castor oil. Now, please don't eat it because speaking of poo, it might just make you do that a bit much if you eat it. That's one of its properties. But apparently it does these things wonderfully well. For the skin, it claims to help reverse dryness, cracked heels, stretch marks, scars, dermatitis, acne, and styes. And for the hair, it's supposed to help reverse brittleness, dryness, and hair loss. It can even help with joint pain, and I think that's wonderful for ones who may be suffering from that. So I have a link for a well-rated castor oil option that you can check out if you like in the description. Now, one of my mentors has also spoken about castor oil, and that's Dr. Eric Berg. If you don't know him, feel free to hit him up on his video called The Therapeutic Benefits of Castor Oil, Skin, Face, Hair. I've got that link down there too. Have you tried castor oil? If so, how does it compare to apricot kernel oil in regard to skin glow? I'd love to know if you know that. I'll add a poll too to see what edible oils you've used and loved. For example, what have they done for you? How have you used them? Tell me more and let me and others know in the comments. And you know what? Here's a mind buster. Not one of these edible oils, or anything topical for that matter, will come even close to helping you glow as much as moisturizing your cells from the inside out will. That's right. How on earth do you moisturize your inner cells, which is incredibly healthy, by the way? That's next.